Hi there, CleanSpark, a Bitcoin miner, which has increased in recent months from $9 to $14, an increase of almost 80%. Amazing. And this happened because, as this company is a Bitcoin miner, you see the price of Bitcoin in recent month went down from almost 70,000 to 97. And it keeps going up a lot. And the question you should ask is, how much can Bitcoin go up? Because if Bitcoin goes up, the price of Bitcoin goes up, then also CleanSpark, this Bitcoin miner, goes up. Easy. As the market cap is about 3.6 billion, which is quite small, it can increase a lot. Moreover, if you look at the report, the latest report for Q3, you can see that they reported an increase in the revenue of over 129% from the prior year, same period. This is amazing. Amazing growth rate in the revenue. As long as the price of Bitcoin keeps going up or stays around this level, CleanSpark will do well in the future, quite well. Now, the second question you should ask is, how much can Bitcoin grow in the future, over the next 10 years? Don't think in the short term, because many things can happen. The stock price can go down to 60,000 or even less than that, and then back to 100. This can also happen. But ask the question, how much can Bitcoin grow in the future? So, there are different views, but in this video, you'll find out my prediction, my view. If you look at the market cap of gold, you can see that it's about 17 or close to $18 trillion, right? Search this on Google and you'll find the market cap of gold, which is 18 trillion. And then for Bitcoin, is about, here, you can see here, market cap, close to $2 trillion. So you see this big difference between Bitcoin with 2 trillion in market cap and gold with 18 trillion in market cap. So when you make this analogy, you can see that Bitcoin can go up 9x if Bitcoin becomes the new store of value. Investors ditch gold. I mean, the young people ditch gold. They no longer invest in gold, but they choose to invest in Bitcoin, which seems to be a better investment. Now, why do I believe this, that Bitcoin is the new store of value? Well, if you read more about the use of crypto for the US population, you can see that close to 90% of people who are using crypto, they hold this crypto as an investment. They just use crypto as an investment vehicle. And just a tiny percent use crypto for sending and receiving money. As you can see here, 3%, 7%, 2%. This depends on their level of income, less than 50,000 or at least 50,000. Then make purchases in person. This is a tiny percentage. Purchases online. This is a higher percentage, close to 5%, and other use cases. So as you can see, the majority of people use Bitcoin or cryptocurrency as an investment vehicle. This makes me think that Bitcoin will replace gold as a store of value. Of course, this may not happen next year or in the next 5 months, but in the long term, over the next 10 to 20 years. That's why Bitcoin has the potential to be close to the gold, the market cap of gold, or maybe to surpass the gold market cap. So from 2 trillion, Bitcoin can go to 10 trillion, so 5x, or even to 20 trillion, 10x. So the probability for Bitcoin to go even higher than the current level is quite modest. Even more than that, if you believe in the future of cryptocurrency, Bitcoin especially. So the price can go up more than 97,000. But in the long term, Be aware of this, because next year you might see a decline like this. 70%. This can easily happen. Be aware of this. But in the long term, as you can see, you can have a return like this, or more than this. So the price of Bitcoin depends on people that are using it, especially for crypto. So far, they use Bitcoin as an investment vehicle. 90%. You can see these statistics. Now, about CleanSpark, the return you can get from this company. If you compare CleanSpark, the price of CleanSpark with Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin for the last 1 month, you see a huge difference. 10% in the last month for CleanSpark and 42% for Bitcoin. So, if you believe in the future of Bitcoin, it's better to invest in Bitcoin than in this Bitcoin miner. Because you see this increase in the revenue over 100%, but be aware they also have costs, quite a lot. You can see their losses from operations. They are making close to 300 million, but their losses have increased to 83 million. And be aware of this, because those equipments have to be changed. After 5 years, they have to replace all their equipments to stay competitive. But if you invest in Bitcoin, you have no expenditures. The price will depend on people, the view of people, what they believe about Bitcoin. If they want to replace gold, the store of value of gold, with Bitcoin. If they want to do that, then Bitcoin will go up, and so your investment. So it's easy to understand this. If you believe that people continue to believe in Bitcoin, then there is a lot of room for Bitcoin to grow in the future. You've seen their market caps, 2 trillion, and gold, 18 trillion. Easy. Now, CleanSpark can also go up, sometimes even more than the price of Bitcoin, because the market cap is quite small. But this depends on the management. If they can achieve efficiency in their operations to reduce their costs and increase the revenue so that they can make a profit. Be aware that the market cap of CleanSpark will depend on the profits they make, not only on the price of Bitcoin, also on the profits they make. So far, they have only losses, and they have increased compared to last year. But they can do it, as I said. If they improve their operations, increase the revenue, reduce their expenses, they can become profitable and take advantage of this ride in the stock price of Bitcoin. And the market cap can go from 3.6 billion to 10 billion, or even more than that if Bitcoin gets close to the gold. So there are chances also for CleanSpark. But be aware that they depend on the management efficiency. And of course, there is also competition. There are other companies that want to take advantage of the price of Bitcoin to mine more Bitcoins and change this industry. So it's up to you whether you want to invest in CleanSpark or Bitcoin itself. Another thing you have to be aware, if you choose to invest in CleanSpark, you have to be aware of the technology which mines Bitcoin. This is changing very fast. Those switches, other hardware, those are changing very fast. And if CleanSpark doesn't invest in their infrastructure and others do, that will be bad for CleanSpark. They will lose their edge, their advantages. And this is not like gold miners. They find the land and they mine there with their tools. This is different. It's a Bitcoin miner, but be aware of the technology they are using to mine Bitcoin, which is changing quite fast. Quite fast. So if we were to compare CleanSpark with Bitcoin, Bitcoin is a better investment than all these miners, Bitcoin miners. You have to understand this. And if you want to take advantage of CleanSpark, also look at the other competitors, look at the management, see if they can reduce their expenses, and see which one is the best fit for you. And then you can take advantage of a Bitcoin miner. So that's it for this video. And if you have other questions about CleanSpark or Bitcoin, then let me know in the comments.